Some machines do more than move us. They remind us why motion itself feels alive. Every generation brings something that makes us pause, a blend of power, sound, and shape that challenges what we thought a grand tour could be. The roads get longer, the expectations higher, and the question remains the same. Can engineering keep pace with emotion? In a landscape where heritage and innovation often clash, one machine has stepped forward to test that balance like never before. Today we explore how a legendary American touring icon has evolved into a modern performance statement. Before we dive into the story, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment which machine you want covered next. The Harley-Davidson Road Glide ST 2026 represents more than the next chapter in a long-running touring saga. It is the intersection of legacy and reinvention. To understand what makes this motorcycle significant, we first have to understand what it stands for. The Road Glide has always embodied the idea of the open highway. A machine built not just to reach a destination but to turn the journey itself into the experience. Yet, as technology, emission standards, and rider expectations evolve, Harley-Davidson faces a pivotal question. How does a brand defined by tradition keep its soul while modernizing everything else? The 2026 Road Glide Street is the company's answer, and it starts with a focus on performance, refinement, and balance. This latest iteration takes cues from Harley-Davidson's racing program, adopting both hardware and tuning philosophies that move it far beyond the stereotype of a heavy cruiser. The heart of the Road Glide ST 2026 is the Milwaukee 8-121 high-output engine, tuned for maximum torque across a broad power band. The power delivery is smoother, cleaner, and more responsive thanks to a new variable valve timing system that adjusts cam profiles based on load and RPM. This allows the motorcycle to remain calm and composed at low speeds, while delivering thrilling acceleration when the throttle opens wide. It is not simply more power. It is power delivered with purpose, engineered to fit within an evolving vision of what American touring should feel like. Harley-Davidson's engineers approached this model with the idea that long-distance comfort and high-speed confidence should not be competing priorities. To achieve that, they started with a new chassis that reduces weight without compromising rigidity. The use of lightweight aluminum subframes and updated fairing mounts improves balance, making steering inputs more precise and reducing rider fatigue on extended rides. The bike still has presence, that unmistakable Road Glide stance, with its shark nose fairing and wide, commanding silhouette. But the 2026 ST hides its engineering upgrades beneath that classic profile, achieving a more neutral feel in corners and improved aerodynamic efficiency. The design itself deserves attention because Harley-Davidson had to preserve a visual identity recognized instantly across continents. The fairing has been resculpted using computational fluid dynamics to reduce helmet buffeting, a long-time concern among touring riders. Integrated LED lighting sharpens the look while improving nighttime visibility. Small touches like air management ducts and adjustable vents make the cockpit more customizable, giving riders control over wind flow without the need for aftermarket parts. Everything from the handlebars to the saddle position has been subtly refined for ergonomics, making it easier to ride hundreds of miles in one stretch without strain. Beyond the frame and the motor lies an even deeper story: electronics. The Road Glide ST 2026 features Harley's latest connectivity suite, offering integrated navigation, Bluetooth communication, and smartphone mirroring through a full-color TFT display. It is technology meant to enhance rather than distract, giving riders data when they need it but fading into the background when they just want to ride. Ride modes now adapt suspension damping, throttle response, and traction settings automatically. The adaptive suspension, derived from track testing, actively adjusts preload and rebound to maintain consistent handling regardless of passenger or cargo weight. It is the kind of system that once belonged only to high-end sport tourers, now reinterpreted through Harley's lens of comfort and control. Every detail reinforces the idea that the Road Glide ST 2026 is Harley-Davidson's blueprint for the next decade. Even the exhaust note, carefully tuned within noise regulations, has a low-frequency resonance designed to evoke the brand's signature presence. The result is a touring motorcycle that sounds powerful without being overwhelming, projecting authority rather than aggression. This kind of engineering balance reflects Harley's broader strategy, evolving performance while maintaining emotional connection. Of course, evolution always comes with tension. Many longtime riders are cautious about too much modernization. The Road Glide ST 2026 sits in that delicate zone where purists and progressives meet. It carries enough analog charm to feel familiar, but enough sophistication to challenge expectations. The larger question is whether this balance will be sustainable as the industry shifts further toward electrification and connected ecosystems. For now, Harley-Davidson's approach is measured, focusing on refining internal combustion while gradually preparing for new propulsion technologies. The 2026 model also introduces subtle but meaningful changes to the touring experience itself. The seat foam density has been recalibrated to reduce pressure points, the saddle height optimized for shorter riders without sacrificing posture for taller ones. The panniers are redesigned with easier latching mechanisms and weatherproof seals. Long-haul riders will appreciate the improved cooling efficiency of the oil system, which keeps the big twin running smoother even in high-temperature conditions. Harley's engineers know that comfort over time is just as important as outright power. From a cultural standpoint, the Road Glide has always carried a certain image, the ultimate expression of freedom, confidence, and craftsmanship. The 2026 ST keeps that image intact but upgrades it for a generation that values experience and precision equally. It speaks to riders who want a touring bike that looks classic but behaves like a modern performance machine. Harley's challenge has been to prove that technology can coexist with authenticity, and the Road Glide ST 2026 is their strongest argument yet. The next part of the story, however, goes deeper than engineering or design. It explores how Harley-Davidson's racing ambitions, shifting demographics, and changing global markets have influenced this model's DNA. Because what makes the 2026 Road Glide Street truly fascinating is not just what it is, but what it represents in Harley's ongoing evolution. In the next segment, we'll dive into the forces shaping its creation, the decisions behind its development, and how those choices are redefining the company's direction. The Harley-Davidson Road Glide ST 2026 did not emerge in a vacuum. It was forged by both necessity and ambition. In recent years, Harley-Davidson has faced a crossroads familiar to many heritage manufacturers: how to modernize without alienating loyal riders. For decades, the company's success came from its mastery of identity, sound, presence, and character. But changing markets, younger audiences, and evolving environmental regulations forced the brand to reimagine what American performance touring could mean. The 2026 Road Glide Street is the crystallization of that reimagining, a product of introspection and innovation moving in tandem. To understand why this machine matters, it helps to look back at Harley's growing interest in competitive performance. The brand's King of the Baggers race program did more than fill grandstands. It reintroduced the company to the discipline of data-driven design. Engineers learned how subtle chassis geometry changes could transform cornering, how aerodynamics could extend rider endurance, and how a touring platform could behave like a sport machine without losing comfort. The Road Glide ST 2026 integrates those lessons almost invisibly. The smoother transitions, lighter steering, and increased braking confidence all trace back to insights gathered on the track. This infusion of racing logic into a touring icon marks a turning point, one that acknowledges the future of performance is not just about speed but about control and precision over long distances. Underneath that concept lies a recalibrated understanding of Harley's relationship with its riders. For many years, the company relied on the emotional bond between rider and machine as its defining strength. The Road Glide ST 2026 extends that bond into a new dimension: connectivity. The embedded technology suite is not about distraction but about partnership. The bike communicates with the rider through real-time diagnostics, road condition monitoring, and adaptive feedback loops that subtly adjust performance settings. The goal is seamless integration, so the motorcycle feels responsive without being intrusive. Of course, not everyone welcomes change. Among Harley's community, debates about authenticity run deep. Some see digital aids as diluting the tactile charm that makes these machines unique. Yet, others argue that ignoring innovation would be a greater risk, one that could render the brand irrelevant in a decade. The Road Glide ST 2026 becomes the test case for that philosophical divide. It challenges riders to reconsider what defines authenticity in an age of intelligent engineering. Can a motorcycle still feel raw and mechanical if its systems anticipate your next move? Harley's answer is that authenticity now resides not in resistance to change, but in how change is applied. Economically, the timing of this release also reveals Harley-Davidson's long-term strategy. The touring segment remains central to the company's profitability, and models like the Road Glide ST 2026 serve as flagships that influence the entire lineup. Each new component, from lightweight swing arms to aerodynamic fairings, eventually filters down into more accessible models. In this sense, the ST is not only a halo product but also a technological incubator, allowing Harley to refine advanced systems before wider implementation. It's a strategic approach, ensuring that the company evolves methodically rather than reactively. There is also the question of cultural identity. The Road Glide has always carried symbolic weight in American motorcycling, a statement of independence, endurance, and craftsmanship. By evolving this model so dramatically, Harley-Davidson is signaling that heritage and modernity can coexist without compromise. The choice to enhance efficiency, handling, and safety while maintaining visual continuity demonstrates the company's understanding that symbolism still matters. Riders do not just want performance. They want lineage they can trace and a silhouette they can recognize at a glance. The 2026 ST preserves that recognition while subtly modernizing every line, contour, and proportion. The impact of this model extends beyond aesthetics and performance. It represents Harley's growing integration of sustainability principles within internal combustion engineering. The revised Milwaukee 8 121 engine runs cleaner and cooler, meeting stricter global emission standards without sacrificing output. The materials used throughout the frame and fairing include recycled alloys and improved corrosion-resistant coatings, signaling a small but meaningful shift toward more responsible production. It is not a revolution, but it shows Harley is aware that the future of motorcycling demands accountability as much as power. Another layer of transformation lies in the ergonomics and user experience. The 2026 Road Glide Street was designed with global riders in mind, not just those accustomed to American highways. Adjustable seat heights, customizable foot control positions, and revised handlebar geometry make it accessible to a broader range of riders. Combined with a rebalanced suspension system, it encourages longer rides with less fatigue. Harley's designers recognize that the touring category is expanding internationally. This model serves as both a tribute to domestic touring culture and a tool for new markets abroad. There is a quiet brilliance in how the Road Glide ST 2026 merges analog feel with digital precision. The tactile response of the throttle, the weight distribution in turns, the vibration feedback through the bars, all remain authentically mechanical. Yet behind the scenes, sensors and processors continuously manage parameters to maintain equilibrium. It is a carefully engineered illusion of simplicity, where the rider feels in total command even as complex systems operate invisibly in the background. This synthesis defines Harley's 2026 strategy. Invisible technology that empowers, not overshadows, the rider. Critically, the Road Glide ST 2026 also carries symbolic responsibility within the lineup. It must satisfy the diehards while signaling to newcomers that Harley-Davidson is not frozen in nostalgia. Its success or failure could influence how aggressively the brand pursues electrification, software integration, and future design directions. Early feedback from testers suggests Harley may have achieved the rare balance, preserving the visceral thrill of a big twin while making it agile, responsive, and technologically current. At its core, the Road Glide ST 2026 redefines what a touring bike can mean to the modern rider. It transforms long-haul travel from a test of endurance into a refined, data-enhanced experience that feels both personal and universal. Yet, the full impact of this machine cannot be measured solely by performance metrics or technology specs. It lies in how it shifts perception, how it persuades riders that evolution is not betrayal but continuity with intent. In the next segment, we will explore what this shift means for Harley-Davidson's future, the potential ripple effects across the motorcycle industry, and whether the Road Glide ST 2026 represents the beginning of a new golden era or a final stand for traditional touring excellence. The Harley-Davidson Road Glide ST 2026 marks a rare moment when a brand known for consistency deliberately rewrites its own rulebook. To grasp the significance of this move, we need to look at what comes after. The Road Glide ST is not just a motorcycle. It is a message encoded in steel and silicon, a signal of where Harley-Davidson intends to go next. When a company with this much history evolves, the consequences ripple far beyond one model year. In practical terms, the Road Glide ST 2026 sets a new benchmark for what touring performance means in America. It defines a philosophy of control, precision, and comfort that other manufacturers will be forced to address. The model's combination of adaptive suspension, variable valve timing, and real-time rider feedback systems introduces expectations that will soon become standards. Harley-Davidson has shifted the conversation from tradition versus technology to harmony between them. Riders who once dismissed baggers as heavy or outdated are now reconsidering what they represent. The 2026 ST proves that refinement and raw emotion can coexist, transforming the image of the American touring bike from nostalgic to forward-looking. This shift could not come at a more crucial time. The global motorcycle market is diversifying, with younger buyers seeking machines that deliver both character and sophistication. Harley-Davidson's traditional audience remains vital, but the company knows that attracting new riders is essential for long-term survival. The Road Glide ST 2026 becomes the bridge between those worlds, appealing to experienced riders who demand comfort and newcomers who value performance and tech integration. It positions Harley-Davidson not as a relic of the past but as an active participant in shaping the next era of motorcycling. Beyond brand strategy, the Road Glide ST 2026 carries cultural implications. For decades, Harley-Davidson has represented freedom and individuality, often expressed through loud, analog machines that connected man and machine through sound and vibration. Now, the challenge is to preserve that identity in a more connected and environmentally conscious world. The 2026 ST addresses that challenge by evolving sensory engagement rather than eliminating it. The sound is tuned but still expressive. The feedback is filtered but still present. The essence remains, but it has been refined for a generation that values sustainability and precision alongside heritage. In a broader sense, this model redefines what it means to tour in America. Once, touring meant covering vast distances in comfort and style. Now, it also means doing so efficiently, intelligently, and sustainably. The Road Glide ST 2026 embodies that new definition. The updated engine management system not only enhances power delivery, but improves fuel efficiency. Lightweight materials reduce fatigue and environmental impact. The result is a touring experience that aligns with modern values while retaining its emotional core. It is evolution with respect, not revolution with disregard. What truly sets the Road Glide ST 2026 apart is its mastery of balance. Every element, mechanical, electronic, ergonomic, has been calibrated to achieve a singular purpose, making the ride feel alive yet effortless. That balance reflects a deeper truth about Harley-Davidson's current direction. The company has realized that progress cannot mean abandoning what makes its machines distinctive. Instead, progress must mean amplifying those qualities through smarter design. The ST proves that old-school soul can thrive in a new-school world when approached with precision and respect. For Harley-Davidson itself, the implications are strategic and emotional. If the Road Glide ST 2026 succeeds, it will validate the company's investment in racing-derived engineering, adaptive systems, and material innovation. It will demonstrate that performance and tradition can coexist without compromise. This success would encourage further expansion of advanced technology into other Harley models, including future electric and hybrid platforms. Conversely, if it fails to resonate, the lesson will be equally instructive. Heritage without relevance is nostalgia, and nostalgia alone cannot sustain a brand in motion. From the rider's perspective, the ST represents empowerment. It grants control over the ride, offering sophistication without intimidation. The model invites engagement at every level, whether carving through mountain passes or cruising along coastal highways. Riders describe a sense of renewed confidence. The machine feels lighter, more responsive, and yet unmistakably Harley in its heartbeat. That feeling is precisely what the company aimed to preserve, a connection that transcends specifications. The Road Glide ST 2026 also serves as a reminder of how American touring has evolved as a cultural narrative. What began as an expression of rebellion has matured into an art of precision travel. Harley-Davidson, once the symbol of raw defiance, now stands for mastery and refinement. The 2026 ST bridges those two eras seamlessly, embodying freedom not as rebellion but as choice. The freedom to evolve, to redefine what endurance and performance mean in the 21st century. Ultimately, the true impact of the Road Glide ST 2026 may not be fully understood for years. Its influence will be measured in how many new riders it inspires, how many competitors it challenges, and how deeply it reshapes Harley-Davidson's internal philosophy. What is clear, however, is that this motorcycle represents a commitment to progress anchored in identity. It tells every rider that the open road still belongs to those who dare to adapt. As we approach the conclusion, it becomes clear that the Road Glide ST 2026 is more than an engineering achievement. It is a cultural statement. The next segment brings everything full circle, examining what this machine's success or failure will mean for Harley-Davidson's legacy and for the broader future of American motorcycling itself. The Harley-Davidson Road Glide ST 2026 stands as both a declaration and a test. It declares that American touring can evolve without losing identity and tests whether heritage can coexist with precision engineering. The conversation around this motorcycle will extend far beyond the dealership floor. It asks what riders truly want: nostalgia that never changes or progress that still feels authentic. Harley-Davidson has chosen the latter, and that choice defines the tone of the company's future. In the grand picture, the Road Glide ST 2026 achieves what few machines manage. It bridges eras. It captures the power and authority that have always defined the brand, while integrating the intelligence and adaptability demanded by modern riders. The Milwaukee 8 121 high-output engine delivers torque in a way that feels alive yet refined. The adaptive suspension and electronic management systems subtly adjust to keep every ride consistent. This is Harley-Davidson proving that technology can enhance, not replace, emotion. The significance of this model extends to the company's next decade of design. The lessons learned from the Road Glide ST 2026, lighter materials, aerodynamic efficiency, connected systems, will influence everything that follows. Future cruisers, tourers, and even electric models will carry its fingerprints. It serves as both a benchmark and a foundation. When historians look back on Harley's transformation, this motorcycle will likely mark the turning point, the moment the brand pivoted from defensive tradition to confident evolution. But perhaps the most powerful legacy of the Road Glide ST 2026 is philosophical. It reminds the entire industry that innovation does not have to erase history. It can amplify it. Every brand facing similar pressures can look at this machine and see a template for respectful modernization. The ST shows that adapting to a new era does not mean discarding what made the old one great. It means refining it with purpose. Riders who experience the Road Glide ST 2026 firsthand often describe it as familiar yet fresh. It starts with a classic heartbeat but speaks with new precision. It is still a touring motorcycle designed for the endless horizon, but one that now approaches that horizon with efficiency, intelligence, and grace. The long road that Harley-Davidson has traveled to reach this point mirrors the road this machine was built to conquer, measured in miles and in milestones alike. As the motorcycle world continues to evolve, the Road Glide ST 2026 will be remembered as the model that balanced legacy and innovation without tipping the scale. It embodies the idea that progress, when done with integrity, strengthens identity instead of erasing it. For Harley-Davidson, it represents not just the next generation of touring performance but a reaffirmation of what made the brand iconic in the first place. A deep respect for the road, a commitment to craftsmanship, and an unbreakable bond between rider and machine. The 2026 Road Glide Street proves that the spirit of American touring is not fading. It is adapting. Its design, performance, and purpose ensure that the legend of Harley-Davidson remains not a memory but a living, breathing story. And as long as riders crave the hum of the engine beneath them and the horizon ahead, that story will never end.